thanks to the US. The White House has released a report. It indicates that the Biden administration wants to study altering sunlight to research this phenomenon some more because it could potentially cool the planet. And fairly quickly, that too. And this report talks about a bunch of ways to limit sunlight reaching the Earth, like increasing cloud cover over the oceans or reducing the amount of a certain type of cloud. All of these methods have risks, significant ones. And most of all, each one of them can make things much worse, like alter global weather patterns or disrupt food supplies. And, as mentioned earlier, even lead to abrupt warming. Several experts have warned against this controversial method, though for now it seems like the US is seriously considering it. And if so, the White House should know that it's playing with fire, quite literally.
Oh, my friends, can they manipulate the weather? They're telling you. And remember, this is not alternative media, it's legacy media who claims that they do not promulgate fake news, misinformation, disinformation. They can manipulate the weather, bring rain, flood, etc. Also, it can cause famine, disrupting the food supply. What does Matthew 24 say? Matthew 24, verse 7, wars, famines. They can manipulate the weather. As Hillary writes in the chat, the scoffers, the cynics, they are willfully, they are willingly, and they are woefully ignorant. It's time to be prepared. Look at this, friends, and we're told the calamities. Great Controversy, page 589, will be intentional. All right. By Satan's human agents. The next paragraph, they can also be accidental to bring crises, famines, earthquakes, tsunamis, floods, tidal waves, tsunamis. Yes. And then will come the enforcement of the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast. That's the end goal. Again, the mark of the beast. And that's what the Pope, the Jesuit Pope, is saying. To combat calamities, to combat pestilences, every nation must enforce Sunday rest by law, Sunday worship by law, and it begins in America, man-made as well as intentional. This is Mr. Floodgates, pun intended. Flood, floods. Bill Gates, hear what he says.
Is the threat of the next pandemic as urgent now as the threat from climate change?
Well, they're very different. Climate change just gets worse every year as long as you continue emissions. A pandemic, we're likely to go a fair period of time without either a naturally or intentionally caused pandemic. But when it does strike...
He just told you, many of these crises are intentional.
A pandemic, we're likely to go a fair period of time without either a naturally or intentionally caused pandemic. But when it does strike...
There it is. Intentionally caused. All right, friends, do you realize? Listen as I zero in, laser sharp focus. Why this crisis in Dubai, the Middle East? My friends, do you know that Dubai is actually the financial center, the chief financial center of the Middle East? Just as we know in America, the World Trade Center was once the financial center of America, if not most of North America. Watch this. There it is, Dubai, the Middle East financial center, was also paralyzed by the heavy storms. Why am I focusing on this? My friends, shopping centers, malls also suffered. Dubai, the financial center. Yes. Is that what it said a while ago? Did you miss it, my friends? That's it. Dubai, the financial center. Friends, it all connects with Revelation 13. Look at verse 16 and verse 17. Many people, it states, will not be able to buy or sell except they receive the mark of the beast. What does that mean? There has to be an economic crisis, and they will manipulate, they will manufacture, they will create, they will fabricate one. And then they'll say, in order for you to access your banking accounts, banking and your bank account, to access transactions, buying, selling, receiving your pension, retirement checks, etc., you have to bow down and accept these policies.